You know they're out there, don't you? You poor, driven thing.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time. If it is your first time, please feel free to look back, look at my playlist and see if there's anything there that grabs you. But thank you for clicking onto the video. This is a tag video. It's a tag video that is really timely because I was just thinking about this kind of thing. I've been thinking about it a lot because I've actually been getting rid of loads and loads of books. So you may know from the thumbnail that it's the Unread Books Tag, and that's just, it's definitely something that's been serious consideration for me lately because I've unhauled 10 boxes worth of books, so lots and lots and lots and lots of books in the last few months, and I'm still carrying on. I'm still trying to find ways to be a bit harsh on the amount of books I've got, and you'll see why when I answer the first question in this tag. But just to say first that this tag was created by Reney from Beyond Books, and she tagged me as well, so very grateful for tagging me, especially as it was such a brilliantly timed tag to come out. So thanks, Reney. Reney's got a fantastic channel, so check out the channel below. I'm going to put the original video below, so check out her channel. And yeah, Unread Books. So as I said, I've unhauled loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of books. It's difficult because I've recently counted my books because I was taking some apart, and I thought I'd feel better if I counted them, knowing that I counted them a couple of years ago, and I thought it'd be a lot less, but there's more. So clearly all those boxes I got rid of, I've actually bought as much since the last time I counted them, so that's a bit crap. So I still need to be harsher to try and get rid of some books. And there are some books I've got rid of that I really wanted. I wanted to keep, but I thought, no, if you're going to be harsh, you're going to be harsh. You're either going to be harsh or you're not going to be harsh. So I got rid of some books I wanted to keep. And I have to keep doing that because I've got so many. And they're all around me. So that's addressing this first question. The first question is, how many books have you got? And how many of them are unread? So I counted all the books around me here. I've got a massive bookcase there and a bookcase here. I've got loads all over the floor here. I've got a bedside cabinet full of books. I've got some over there that I need to sort out. I've got some down here. That's the bulk of my collection I've now discovered because I've counted them all, and I've got a bunch up in the loft as well. And I've got a few downstairs that are supposedly my most immediate TBR, but this is probably my most immediate TBR. And it's actually a lot of the books there. So when it says how many are unread, tons of books of the collection are unread. But I have about 1,900 books, which is a lot. When I counted a couple of years ago, I had 1,800 books, and I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of books. And because I got rid of so many books, I thought, there'll be a much more reasonable number now. No, it's not. So I've got far too many books because they're spewing out everywhere. So in principle, you can't have too many books, but it is obviously in relationship to how much space you've got. And I know my wife hates having books around, so she's very tolerant of the books that are not in the same place as the main shelves and that. She mentions it a lot, but she still puts up with it as well. Because she doesn't even like having bookshelves up. I think bookshelves look amazing, but she doesn't. So it's definitely a compromise on her part. So, and I can't put all of them up in the loft, which I did have tons and tons in the loft. I was trying to bring them down. I was trying to get rid of the ones in the loft, but there's a lot of things in the loft, and we were a little bit worried about the weight of the loft. So it is about what space you've got. It's not about how many books you want. Because as I said, I've got rid of 10 boxes worth, and I wanted to keep a lot of those. So I don't know how many. That would have been well into the 2000s, wouldn't it? But as it stands, that's how many I've got. 1,900 books, around 1,900. There was one box I couldn't quite get to, and I kind of estimated. And just as I finished, I realised there was a Marx Brothers box that would have been about 25 books in there, so I kind of just said, oh, and 25. So there was a couple of estimates, but yeah, sometimes, well, most of the time I was very specific, and 2/3 of the collection are down here in this room. So that's a lot of books just in this room. Okay, the second question is, do you have any ebooks? No. I say no. I do have them. I've got a bunch of PDFs and some EPUB files, but I don't use them. I don't read them. I could get rid of them. The only reason why I don't get rid of them is that they don't take up much space on my computer. But I don't use them. I don't read them. I don't read ebooks at all. So I understand the benefit of not having all these books around, but I don't want to spend time reading a screen unless I have to. Number 3, have you ever done read what your own challenge? Yes, I've done it 4 times. I think I've done it 4 times. I did it since it started. So MJ started the read what your own challenge, and I've done it every time. And sometimes it's been successful, sometimes it hasn't. The last time was the most successful, but the parameters I gave was very different. The first time I gave up. The second and third times I did well. But this last time I didn't do it with the number of books. I did it just by giving myself a time frame. So I wouldn't buy another book from, I think it was from like October to December, something like that. So like 2 months worth. If I can't do it with the amount of books because I read so slowly, so I'd literally just kill off the social activity of going book shopping with someone, or the fun thing, you got a bit of free time and you just nip into a charity shop, just stop all that for over a year, which is crap. So probably 2 years if I did like the 100-year challenge, So yeah, I can't do that, but I have had some success with it when I found a way of doing it, and I will do it again. And I'll probably announce that at some point, but it'll be that sort of thing. It'll be a time frame rather than a number of books. But I definitely need to do it for the reasons that I said a minute ago. The 4th question is, have you ever purchased any books a second time? Yes. There are sometimes I've done it by accident because I didn't realize I had the book. If there's a big collection of books, like I need to write down which hardcase crime ones I've got. That top shelf that you can't see. There's some shelves here that you can't see below, and there's some shelves that you can't see that are above as well. But there's 38 hardcase crime books, and I'm not exactly sure which ones I've got now. There's a couple of times I've been in a shop and hesitated to get it because I thought I might have it, and that's true for some of my vintage science fiction as well. So yeah, I need to write down what I've got basically, which I could do. It'd be a big project, but I could do that. So I have done that, and a couple of times I've got another copy because of the edition, and if I collect the author, that's like an excuse to get different editions as well. So I've got like loads of doubles and triples of Ray Bradbury stuff, and Robert Sheckley and Richard Matheson. Harlan Ellison, even though I collect his stuff, I haven't got a lot of doubles because his stuff is so hard to get. Same with Charles Adams. Ursula K. Le Guin, I collect her stuff, but I haven't got many doubles because you don't really find her secondhand very often, weirdly. So they're all new, so they're all the same edition, or they're almost all new. So yeah, there's a couple of times I've done it by accident, but with the authors I collect, I've got more than one edition of those. What's this one? The 5th one. Take 5 unread books and talk about why you bought them, and which ones would you commit to reading in the next 90 days. All right, so I'm going to try and do this without looking because there's a lot of unread books here, so I should be able to find some random books here. One. Hopefully these, well, there's 3 coming out by the sound of it. 3, 4, 5. Ooh. 1. So I've read that one. Great book. I've read that. Did a video on it. I read that, Earthlings. These 4 I haven't read. Let's pick another one out. Let's pick one from this shelf. Oh no, let's pick one from that shelf. Oh, okay. Right, so S.A. Cosby, My Darkest Prayer. It's next to another S.A. Cosby one, actually, which sounds like I was doing that deliberately, but I wasn't. I was just trying to do it without seeing the video, seeing the books. But anyway, S.A. Cosby, I've raved about one of his books, Razorblade Tears, a lot on the channel, but I haven't read anything else. So he said, yeah, I could commit to that. I will read this in the next 90 days. Which of the 5 books? So I can't pick too many because I'm supposed to be reading other things. I did just mention this in another video. So yeah, I could commit to that in 90 days. Well, why not? So the Malevolent 7, I could commit to that. I've picked this one out, I Who Have Never Known Men. So this is one that I found really cheap recently that there's been raved about like mad. I could commit to that as well. 90 days. 90 days is 3 months. Yeah, why not? And then I tell you what, this is a big chunker. This is one that I'm probably going to really love. See, this is the problem. You know, you buy it because you hear about it, and or you read the back and go, I'll get that. And I'm very excited about it. I've had this a while now, but I know it's a chunker, so I've got to be in the right frame of mind, know that I've got a good couple of weeks, at least maybe 3 weeks to read that. And it just sort of puts you off picking it up. So it's supposed to be really good. Encourage me to read this. Tell me it's really good. But I'm not going to commit to that one. But I am going to commit to this one because I really like Christopher Moore. And I've had this a while. And the book that looks like it's bouncing off, the one called Noir, was really, really good. So to answer this prompt, I picked 5 out and I'm going to commit to 4 of them. So in the next 3 months, I'm going to read My Darkest Prayer, The Malevolent 7, I Who Have Never Known Men, and Razzmatazz. 4 very different books. So I'm going to read those within the next 90 days while I'm reading other things. So this is very good that this video has prompted this. I'm going to put them together on the shelf. Clearly on that shelf, I would have thought. Oh, I want to read that. I just bought that. I think that's going to be fun. So I just bought that. But again, you buy these things, and you know, you buy them to read them, but you can't read everything all at once. You can't read every. You know, it takes days and days and days or weeks to read a book. It's not like watching a film. It takes you 2 hours, 3 hours at the most. These things take days. So that's why this happens. I do think it's inevitable. I don't think it's a really bad thing, but it is a bad thing if I've got issues with the room I've got to house them. So those 4 books I commit to. 6th one, update us in 90 days. So the 6th prompt is to update you in 90 days. So I'm going to do that. And to tag some people. So I'm going to tag some people that I think might be interested in doing this. And I think possibly the thing that might get out of it is this taking 5 books out and committing to however many you want out of those 5. That might be an interesting thing for people to do. It's an interesting discussion point because I think a lot of people relate to the idea of having too many books, even if they have, even if they like the books they have. You know, I've got rid of so many books that I wanted to keep. So anyway, that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please let me know below what kind of issues you've got and how you're dealing with it with your unread books. Thank you so much for watching, and stay curious, everybody.
Paint me a picture of what it's like to be you.